Hey, hello everyone, and welcome to the Real Watchers live stream for November 26, 2025. We are at the end of the second to last month of this year. And of course, tomorrow, for those of us here in the United States, is Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to you.
Yes, happy Turkey Day to everybody.
Yes, Turkey Day was the best way to think about it, where we consume the object of the holiday. But hope you're all having a fantastic week so far. Kevin, how the hell have you been?
Good. I'm just working, all that good stuff. Trying to get some Christmas presents going along right now, just to be a little bit early. But that never works out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's been kind of a crazy week. I luckily have tomorrow off and Friday, because Friday is my usual day off. But I will need to work on Saturday. It's pretty much a 4-day weekend, because Saturday is not going to be too bad, hopefully. But nothing too bad crazy. I had a paper tube last week, but that was about it. Nadia's at work, but will be listening occasionally. Well, hey, have a good night at work. Hopefully it's not too busy for you tonight. But glad you could join us. All righty. But we got a lot to talk about this week, so let's go ahead and jump right in immediately. And starting up first, it is reported that Avatar Fire and Ash is projected to make less than Way of Water. This makes sense. Way of Water made less than the first movie. I mean, sequels will always make less unless it's like Endgame and Infinity War. But I don't think this is going to make $2 billion. The excitement level for this is way down.
I don't hear enough chatter about this movie, unfortunately. Like Way of Water, you knew when it was coming out and everything like that. Sometimes I forget that Fire and Ash is coming out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go see this when it comes out, just because it's going to have a Secret Wars trailer, apparently. Or not Secret Wars, Doomsday. So I'll be there for that, and then I'll have to sit through 3 hours of slog. But, hey, it's all right.
You never know. You might like it, too.
Yeah, that's true. It may be better than the first. It already has, like, the really hot new Avatar Fire lady.
The Fire Navi.
Yeah, I'm all down for that, because she could light me on fire any day. But speaking of Avatar,
James Cameron is fine ending Avatar with the third film if it doesn't make enough money. I don't know why it just make enough, but a trilogy I feel like is the best way to go for some movies.
Yeah,
doesn't need to go to like 7 movies, like I don't know, like Scream or something like that. And with these being like, now I'm not comparing the two to Lord of the Rings and Avatar, but the 3 Lord of the Rings movies are absolutely perfect in my opinion. And then this one is a good Avatar movie with just 3. You don't need to go any more, I feel like.
Yeah, well, we know he's written up to 5, but we'll see if that even ends up happening, because I know they haven't filmed 4 and 5 yet. They made 2 and 3 together, but we'll see what ends up happening. But next up, this is pretty awesome. Starting on Friday, December 12th, Sinners and One Battle After Another, the 2 kind of leading Oscar Best Picture movies right now, will officially return to select IMAX 70mm locations for special 1-week engagements. And this is awesome. I got to go see One Battle After Another in 70mm IMAX. I would love to go see Sinners, because I did not see that one in 70mm. So that would be pretty sweet.
At our theater?
It will be playing at our local theater, which is really fun. So nice. I am really excited about that. I know Sinners will be. I don't know about One Battle After Another yet, but
okay.
If it does, Kevin, I will go see it again with you, because it's real good.
Gotcha.
But moving right along.
Yeah, moving right along. Next up, the Batman 2 is set to start filming in January 2026. So the beginning of the year, beginning of the movie. So I'm down.
Start the year off strong. Hopefully, Wings will get that in 2027, or maybe late 2026. Who knows if it's going to be requiring a lot of visual effects or post-production, but we'll figure that out. Next up, kind of weird news. Rush Hour 4 is moving ahead at Paramount now. We don't need another one.
Again, this trilogy was pretty good.
This is apparently this is coming from Tangerine in Chief has asked upon Paramount to make this happen, and so everyone's like, we're moving to an era of state-controlled media, and the fact that this is the first thing they lead with is really bad.
True.
That's pretty funny. But,
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, we don't get a fourth one. Like the first one has its moments, but the second two were not. It's 2 and 3 were not very good. So
yeah, I agree. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning will be available for streaming starting December 4th, 2025, exclusively on Paramount Plus, which they still need to change their loadout on like the website and stuff like that. I really
The
don't
interface?
like it. That's just me. The interface, yes, I really don't like it, but that's just me.
Yeah, I haven't seen this. I haven't seen any of the Mission Impossible movies, so I probably should. I mean, I saw the fourth. I saw the fourth one a long time ago, but I haven't seen most of the good ones.
This is the last one that I need to watch for Mission Impossible, so
there you go.
We'll be fine.
Next up, Brady Corbett, the director of last year's The Brutalist, has said that his next movie will be X-rated. It will be set in the 1970s and will defy genre. It will be exploring Northern California's economy, whatever that means. I'm guessing it has to do something with the drug empire, maybe.
Yeah.
But maybe the fact that it's going to be X-rated is pretty insane.
That is weird.
That's above NC-17. Like that is the highest rating you can get, which means that it's going to probably have an intense level of I don't even know. Probably like porn level nudity type stuff is going to be in that. So who knows? There was a rumor that it was going to be a slasher movie, something set around like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but he has disproven that, saying he would love to make a slasher movie one day, but this is not anything related to that. So
interesting. I don't know where this is going.
No idea. It hasn't even started filming yet, so we'll figure out soon, hopefully.
And next up, Scarlett Johansson will lead the next Exorcist film from Mike Flanagan. She's just getting parts everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, good for her.
Yeah, I don't know what the next Exorcist is going to be like or anything like that. So we'll see when we get there.
I mean, all we know, Mike Flanagan, obviously the director or the creator of Haunting of Hill House, Midnight Mass, directed Life of Chuck earlier this year, has stated that this will be his scariest film. He is aiming to make his scariest movie ever, which, hey, go for it, Mike. Go for it.
Please be more creepy than jump scary, I feel like.
That's what I'm hoping, yeah. Mike Flanagan's a good director, though, when it comes to scary. He knows his stuff, so I think that'll be pretty good. Next up, unfortunate news, because I don't know where they would even go with this. A third Wicked film is being worked on, apparently. I like how I threw on the apparently on there. No idea, because the story is over with Wicked for Good, which we'll talk about when we get to the movies we watched this week. Don't need it. They just want to capitalize on this movie. That's all they want to do. So,
unfortunately. Scary Movie 6 has wrapped filming. So I am super excited for this one because, I mean, scary movies are just fun to watch. And the third one is probably the best one out of all of them. And that just takes the cake for me.
Bold statement. Yeah, bold statement. I think the first one's still the best, personally. But next up, Lucasfilm reportedly told Shad Levy, make this new when it came to Star Wars Starfighter. Apparently he would go back to Lucasfilm and ask, like, hey, should I include this character? Should I include this? And they said, no, just make it new. Which I'm all here for, man. This just takes place after the sequel trilogy. This is like the furthest in the future it'll be timeline-wise. Just make it something different and new, which I'm all here for.
Yes, I am. I am as well. Next up, the script for a Sleepaway Camp remake has been completed, which is kind of like a cult classic. What is that, the 70s or 80s?
I believe it's an 80s one. I could be
80s, wrong. Which is really good with a really good twist in it. I won't spoil it if you haven't seen it. It would be cool to get a remake. I mean, it's just not going to hold the flame to the original, I feel like.
Well, so we are getting a remake. The writers posted the front page of the script, so it is complete.
Okay, well, it hasn't started filming yet, though.
Yeah, no cast, no director, nothing yet. So
no.
Next up, this is pretty cool news. HBO Max has announced that Ne Zha 2, which is the biggest film of like the last year and this year, technically, so at least at the end of last year, will be available to watch on Christmas Eve, December 24th, 2025. This is the Chinese 3D animated film about one of their religious myths or legends. Not quite the Monkey King, but like related to that kind of stuff. And it was extremely popular, made over like $2 billion. So, yeah, I mean, this is going to be really cool. I know the first one you can stream on Netflix, so it'll be cool to watch both. And I'll probably be doing that.
That would be cool, like back-to-back kind of a situation.
Yeah. And last up here.
Yeah, last up, The Mummy 4 is happening. Brendan Fraser returns in film. Returns. Why does that? Returns in film he's wanted to make for 20 years.
I think it's supposed to say returns in the film.
Oh, okay. Dude, I was like, am I having a stroke? Holy crap. So yeah, I mean, I can't wait for this. I mean,
yeah,
Brendan
he's coming back.
In the Mummy, give me all of it. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, apparently after reading the script, he said this is the movie he's been wanting to make for 20 years. So
Good.
I'm all here for it. Brendan Fraser is one of my favorite people on the planet. So cannot wait to see this happen. It was really funny. I was watching an interview with him recently. He was going over his career, and he was talking about like the Mummy movies, and he was like, "Yeah, Mummy was so good. Mummy 2, we came back because the people wanted more. We don't talk about Mummy 3." I was like, "You get it.
But he's so in with the culture too. Like
he
knows. He was like, that movie was horrible, but I'm still gonna just say it a little bit.
He was in it, so it's like he gets it. But all right, that's it for all the news stories this week. Let's go ahead and see here.
Got some comments.
Okay. Don't know what's going on there. All righty. Let's go ahead and get into the trailers that came out this week. Kevin, anything stand out? I know a lot of this stood out to you actually.
The Hunger Games looks really pretty for me. Return to Silent Hill looks very interesting as well. The Strangers Chapter 3 does not look great to me at all. Hopper looks very interesting, and How to Make a Killing looks like it's a fun time.
I cannot wait for that movie. That movie looks great. I love Glenn Powell taking all these like more risky career moves, and I love it. Hopper's list very interesting. It doesn't look like your typical Pixar movie, so I'm interested to see what that's going to be. They've said it's a movie about people who are more in line with animals than they are with humans. So if you like animals more than other people, it's going to be your kind of movie, which is pretty fun. Also, it's the first time Meryl Streep will be doing a Pixar movie, apparently. So I don't know what took her so long. Right here. Say here. Mummy 3 is not that bad. Maria Bello was good. I haven't seen Mummy 3 in a long time.
I haven't seen it in a long time, so I couldn't even give my 2 cents on that.
I think he was more so just kind of talking about like being disappointing and not the same compared to the first two. I mean, like that was made during the time when every studio was like shilling out for China. So, but let's go ahead and get into the box office, Kevin.
Yeah, box office. I mean, no surprise here. Wicked for Good coming in at number 1 with 147 million at the box office. Now You See Me 2. Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Only with 9 million. So a lot of people went to go see Wicked, and that was it, unfortunately. But Predator Badlands with 6.5 million. The Running Man was 5.7 million, and Rental Family getting in the top 5 with 3.3 million. Really cool excited to see.
Yeah, I'm planning on seeing Rental Family. Depending on what time I have to leave for Thanksgiving stuff, I want to go see it tomorrow if I can. But very much excited for that. Alrighty, but let's go ahead and talk about the movies that are coming out this week, and most of these are actually out today. So most of them available are now. Like specifically here, Zootopia 2. Brave rabbit cop Judy Hopps and her friend, the fox Nick Wilde, team up again to crack a new case, the most perilous and intricate of their careers. The critic response to this seems to be a little bit lower than the first one, about a 73 on Metacritic and a 7.8 on IMDb. Still good scores, though, by any means. And, like, you know, if you're not comfortable taking your kids to like Wicked, which I saw a lot of kids at Wicked 2, which is weird. This might be more your speed. This will probably end up being the number 1 for Thanksgiving week, competing with Wicked for sure.
Oh, I don't think so. I think Wicked's going to be on top still.
We'll see. But up after that is Eternity, a movie that I'm really excited about. In an afterlife where souls have 1 week to decide where to spend eternity, Joan is faced with the impossible choice between the man she spent her life with and her first love, who died young and has waited decades for her to arrive. This looks great.
This movie now.
Yeah, this is the one with Elizabeth Olsen and Miles Teller. I think this looks great. The concept is really cool. It's got some pretty kind of middle of the road reviews, so we'll see what it's like when it comes out. Up after that is The Thing with Feathers, starring Benedict Cumberbatch. After a tragic loss, a grieving father tries to raise his young sons whilst dealing with an unlikely, unpredictable, and uninvited house guest. This looks like to be some sort of like a prestige, kind of a psychological drama. So if this looks like it's up your alley, I would check it out. I mean, I love Benedict Cumberbatch, so I'll probably check it out at some point. And lastly is an independent movie called Lost Horizon. A former soldier, now working for hire, fights to rescue the innocent in a land torn by war. Facing ruthless enemies and betrayal, he struggles for survival, justice, and redemption. Sounds like the most cookie-cutter plot I've ever heard of before. But there it is. Alrighty. And that is it for the movies that are coming out this week. So that has been a pretty good time. But we're going to go ahead and change it up here just a little bit. Got that music change, which means you know what time it is.
It's time for Review Corner.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the movies we watched over the course of the last week. And Kevin and I, shocker, went to a movie. We went to the same movie. We went together.
We didn't meet each other. Like, I didn't know he was going to be there. And we were just there. I'm just kidding. No, we invited each other.
No, it was a date. We were all we were all planned out. No, I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, we went to go see the movie Keeper together, which we've both really loved. Everything that Osgood Perkins has made so far. It's the same director as Longlegs and The Monkey. But Kevin, why don't you go ahead and talk about Keeper first here?
Yeah, disappointing, unfortunately, from Osgood, and it's not because it was eerie and scary at some points, but it didn't use what it needed to use more often than I thought. I don't want to spoil anything because, like, it's really cool. I mean, the creatures are really cool in this movie, and the acting is where it kind of falls flat for me, because you have really good acting from our main actress in this movie, but then
Tatiana Maslany,
Tatiana Maslany, but everybody else kind of is not there for me. They don't make an impact in this movie, and I love the scenery in this movie, how they're out in the middle of the woods, God knows where or anything like that, but other than that, it was just an okay movie. It didn't really grab me and grasp me and pull me in for the entire thing. And once it spoils something in like the beginning or middle of the movie, kind of knew what was going to happen, unfortunately. So that's why I gave it a 47 out of 100.
All right. Yeah, for me, I gave it a little bit higher at a 50. I think I was still disappointed as well. I'm right there with you. I think when it focused on the horror stuff, when it focused on the scares, it was decent. When it was focusing on like the relationship stuff and it was trying to have a theme and a message about relationship stuff, that didn't really work for me. I think they should have just kept it more as like a creature feature. And, you still could have had a lot of the same story, but the creature designs were so cool and they were so begging to be used more, and they just weren't. But I would say Tatiana Maslany is the best part of the movie. She's carrying so much of it on her back performance-wise. The script is not really that good either. I don't know if that's Oz Perkins' fault. I think that's the other writer. I don't know how much Perkins had to do writing this. But like the boyfriend, Rossif Sutherland, was just not very good. I would say also miscast, I would say. It's definitely a style over substance thing, which it can be fine if it was actually scary, like all the time, right?
Or creepy.
All the time. I mean, there were cool moments, but that didn't make the whole movie.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Exactly.
So I gave it a 50. Kevin gave it a 47. So really right in the middle on this one. Kind of disappointing after Longlegs and The Monkey for sure. Yeah. Still excited for his next movie, which is called The Young People, I think. And then hopefully he gets to make his R-rated Darth Vader thing that he wants to do.
So the Nightmare one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which would be really cool. I don't think they would do it, but it would be really cool.
You never know.
Did you both share popcorn? Yes. And I cut a hole in the bottom of the popcorn. What?
You don't need popcorn.
I don't. That's why I took yours and got a hole in the bottom of it.
No, we're not cutting no holes. There was no holes cut.
Alrighty. But as far as other movies go, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you have 1, 2, 3. So I'm thinking 3, 3, 2, and Yeah, 3-1, 3-1, 2-1. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So my first thing was actually a movie that I went and saw right after we finished the stream and recording the video last week. There was a 2-night special showing of a movie that Kevin was assigned to watch a while ago and couldn't not find
it anywhere.
But I went and saw Angel's Egg in theaters, and oh my god, is this movie unlike anything I've ever seen. It is one of the scariest non-horror movies I've ever seen in terms, or not scary, I would say creepy. One of the creepiest non-horror movies I've ever seen. It's both like a dense movie, but it's also really hollow. It depends on how you look at it. There's very sparse dialogue in this. Probably like, it's a 70-something minute movie, and only like 2 minutes of it is dialogue.
It's all in the trailer too.
Pretty much, yeah. It's all animation and music, and it's gorgeous, and it sounds incredible. I still am listening to the soundtrack like a week later. It's really good. But there's no explicit meaning. You are going to go into this with something different. You're going to get something different out of it. For me, this was the director and writer Mamoru Oshii, who did Ghost in the Shell. This is him having a crisis of faith and how he dealt with it. It's very religiously coded for, I would say, mostly like Christian focused in terms of imagery and things that are going on. Like the story of Noah has a huge influence on this. 100% this movie has impacted things like From Software games like Bloodborne and Elden Ring, where I almost want to see Mamoru Oshii do a Bloodborne anime movie, which would be absolutely incredible. But it's like, I have to... This is a cosmic horror movie at its core, which is really refreshing. And I really like it. I'm holding it at a 99. I needed to see this again to know whether for sure this was going to be a 100 for me. But it's unlike anything I've ever seen. It's truly something special. So
very cool.
After that was Aladdin and the King of Thieves. I don't know why I got on the kick of watching these straight to home video Aladdin movies, but here we are. At least this movie felt a little bit more coherent than the last one, The Return of Jafar. I think this one is better than Return of Jafar, mostly because it features the return of Robin Williams. John Rhys Davies also plays Aladdin's father really well. I like his performance. And the story felt more like an actual sequel. It felt more, there was more emotional turmoil. It was more deep, and I really did like that. However, they learned all the wrong lessons from the first movie with this. Robin Williams is annoying in this movie. They just make him comedic relief. In the original movie, he was comedic relief and had emotional moments. Like, he was just a genuinely good character to Aladdin. Here, it's all just references and humor that doesn't really work. There's a lot of adult humor, which is really weird.
Ooh.
Like, they reference RoboCop in this, which is the strangest thing. It's weird. Also, Jasmine is just not in this movie barely at all. She does nothing. Like, she's like, oh, I'm getting married, and then you like never see her again. But the dynamic between Aladdin and his father is really decent, especially for a straight-to-video one. So I enjoyed that. It's better than Return of the Jafar, but it's still not great. So,
gotcha.
But oh man, did we go downhill with the next one?
Yeah.
I want to go back in time, Kevin.
I
want to go back in time.
Once in a time.
When I forgot that this movie existed.
I don't think I've ever watched this movie, but I've always heard of it.
It's the same team and not the same director, but the same team that did like the Polar Express and the Christmas Carol movie with Jim Carrey, where that animation haunts a lot of people.
Yeah, the mocap suits.
Yeah,
and
this
like
is
that?
the scariest one for sure.
Really?
It's really scary looking. There's only one positive thing I want to talk about this movie, and where it gets 3 points from is the message, right? Just love your mom. That's it, right? Like they sacrifice so much for you. They are good people. Just love your mom. It's not that hard. I mean, if you're fortunate enough to have a mother or a mother figure. Other than that, the cast is bad. The animation is bad. Why is Seth Green the kid in this movie? He literally mocapped the kid's performance, and then they replaced his voice with a kid. It doesn't make any sense. No recognizable cast members. The film is ugly, even for the time it came out. It's an abomination. The aliens look terrible. I don't like Polar Express. I am a supporter of Jim Carrey Christmas Carol movie. I do like that film because I think that the animation serves the creepiness of it. This is indefensible. This movie is laughable. It's a very dark movie too. This movie's dark.
Because the mom gets kidnapped, right?
She gets kidnapped, but then like their whole thing is like I don't care about spoiling this. Fuck this movie. They kidnap the mom so they can program their robots on Mars to take care of their kids or whatever. And then once they like drain all the memories from the mom, they just kill her. Yeah, they just get rid of her. It's fucked up. It's terrible. This is an abomination. It's one of the worst Disney movies they've ever made.
So, and how do the Mars aliens have kids if they don't have moms?
They do. So the way that it works is like the females of the species are the more intelligent ones. They're the soldiers, the scientists, and all that. And the men are like basically thrown down the garbage. Which I mean that's also positive. I mean, hey, women rock,
that's
right?
Pretty funny, actually.
But they don't have time to raise the kids, so they give it to robots to do it.
They don't want to raise the kids, and that's what I'm feeling. Yeah.
It's stupid. Don't even worry about it more. Just don't watch it. But let's go to your first movie, Kevin.
Yeah, my first new movie. This is a great one if you haven't watched the Bad Guys series. Those two are absolutely fantastic. So I watched the second one because it came out like last week or something like that, and it's a great sequel to first movie that I thought was a very big surprise, and I feel like it's a little bit better actually. I like the direction that it goes through, introducing new women heist people, and the funniness is always there because it is a kids movie. But again, the animation doesn't lose its touch like some other animations do when they get a sequel or anything like that. It still has that pristine animation feel with the different uses of different animation styles, which I think is absolutely fantastic. And I feel like everybody should use different animations, and we'll talk about another one that I really liked as well. But it was so much fun. I was very dragged into the story with this. You got all the same actors and actresses who voice the characters come back for this one, and it's fantastic. I can't believe that I didn't watch these sooner because of how good they are. So I gave it a 91 out of 100.
All right. Kind of shooting back up in scores here. We'll go with my next movie. I've been spacing these out because I love enjoying them. But I did watch Evangelion 3.0 or 3.33. You Cannot Redo. This is the third rebuild film that. Oh my gosh, the name is eluding right now. But the third in the Evangelion rebuild films. This movie is like the first one, isn't as consequential. This one's more of a visual feast for the eyes. It's got a huge climactic fight in it, and that fight is not even the finale. Like it's just like it's leading up to the finale, which is really cool. Like I really enjoyed this movie. The animation is incredible. It gets such an increase from the second one already, and I know the fourth one gets even better. But I love I love Asuka and Rei as characters. I think that Mari and Kaoru are really good additions here. Specifically Kaoru, hyping up the kind of I guess I don't know. There is definitely some tension between him and Shinji on terms of like a kind of a romantic level, which I really enjoy. And also, fucking Mari is such a great personality, and she contrasts with Asuka really well, and they're like partners. It loses points though because it feels like this is all just like a prelude or setup to the fourth one. So it just feels like it's just kind of setting things up to then be expanded upon. But it's phenomenally animated. It has some really good voice acting. I still don't like watching these in English. The voice cast they got for the English version for the rebuild is just not as good. So I've been watching them in Japanese. The Japanese is really good. And there are some emotional strings that I can't wait to see expanded upon in the next one. So really,
is it really kind of like Infinity War going to Endgame kind of a situation movie?
It's definitely a cliffhanger, but it's not like that crazy of a cliffhanger.
Okay.
Definitely very good. And then I took my mother out to the theater to see even. No, I'm just kidding. We didn't see even. We saw Wicked for Good, and Wicked for Good was a huge letdown. I'm going to go ahead and just get that out of the way right now. It's not a bad movie by any means. It's still got some positives, right? The production design, the costume, the makeup, the performances are all incredible. Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo are still fantastic in the roles. The world of Oz feels so well realized still. I mean, they were made at the same time, so it's like they're going to look the same. and I can see them getting their Oscar noms. The movie is exceedingly well made, but the story is what I really struggled with here. Character motivations seem to flip on a dime. It's really annoying. Like, they make terrible character decisions. Also, everything that they pushed into this movie to inflate it to make 2 movies doesn't work. A lot of the story stuff they add in the first half of the movie doesn't work. The new songs that they've added just so they can get Oscar noms they're not good. They're not well written at all. They're performed well, but they're not they're not good. The Wicked movies should have been 1 3-hour long movie, and instead we got 2 broken out into 2.5-hour movies, whatever. I actually walked out of the theater angry with this one because the story was just so inane to me. It just made no sense. The resolution was nowhere near as good as I was expecting. Honestly, I should have just left it with the first movie and you could have ended it there and it would have been fine. But it's just not the ending was not what I was expecting to be. It wasn't as good as I was expecting to be. It's not bad. It's disappointing, and I think that is worse.
Okay.
So.
And your mother said the same thing. Is that correct?
Yeah, my mom is a huge fan of the musical and the book she read and everything, and she was not a fan of this one either, particularly because of the story stuff and what they added. So,
okay,
definitely kind of on the same wavelength, which is kind of nice. And last, before we get to Kevin's second one, for me is Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest, which is a movie I've never seen before, but is always talked about when it comes to 90s nostalgia. I was surprised with this, not because I liked or didn't like it, but because after all the hype I'd heard about this movie, it was just mediocre. Like, I feel like everyone who grew up in the 90s watched this movie. And
I didn't, so.
Well, then there you go. But it's got some good animation for a 1992 animated movie that's not Disney, right? The colors are really vivid, the character designs are good, and the cast is good. I mean, the villain, while not the best villain in the world, it gets an awesome villain song, and Tim Curry plays him, which is great.
Oh.
However, this also has Robin Williams in it, and he's attempting to recreate the genie here. And it doesn't work because it's not Genie. It's a different character. He's kind of annoying. I gotta throw it out there. The music also just isn't that good. Like the songs that are in it, except for the villain song, which is called Toxic Love. Really love it. But a lot of this film is just too focused on, ooh, isn't it pretty? Talking about the forest and everything without really telling a good narrative. I don't know. Like, it's also got this whole, like, I hate the trope of the liar revealed. When the hero has lied to the main character, there's a lie and then it's revealed. I hate it. And then, like, the message of the film, which is like environmentally focused, is important. It's an important message, but it's handled with a sledgehammer and not a surgical scalpel. So it's kind of annoying, but it's okay. It's a fine piece of entertainment for kids, but it's nothing more really.
Gotcha. So, unfortunately.
But let's get to a good piece of entertainment.
Yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters. I finally checked it out because I know all the songs already, and I'd never even watched the movie before. So I decided to watch it, and it's so fantastic. The animation is on point. We're getting so many animated movies that are fantastic this year, with Bad Guys 2 and K-pop Demon Hunters as well. And Zoe, Rumi, and Mira are fantastic as characters, and even the Soulja Boys are really entertaining to watch as well. I mean, all the songs are you go out anywhere and you'll hear them, and it's just so amazing, so good, and especially for a Netflix movie. I was very surprised at how much I liked it, even though I knew I was going to like it, but I didn't know how much I was going to like it. So I gave it a 97 out of 100. Just go check it out. It's on Netflix. You'll have so much fun.
Yeah. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and get this here. So my next one, which I wasn't originally going to watch because of the way it's presented on Crunchyroll, but then I ended up watching it, and I was very glad that I did. It's called The Girl from the Other Side, which is an animated film from Japan that's broken up into 3 parts. I don't know why. On Letterboxd and on IMDb and everything, it says the full 70-minute movie, but it's for some reason it's broken up into 3 parts. I wish they would have just combined it. It's this beautiful and life-affirming story that I was not expecting to love as much as I did. It really reminds me of a short film I watched earlier this year called The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse, which is more like storybook animation style. It doesn't look like an anime. It looks more like a Western, like fantasy storybook. And it's very minimalistic, and I really like that. There's no need for showing us the world that they're in. You can just show us these two characters together. This pseudo father-daughter relationship between Shiva and the character called Teacher is really something special. And I love that I love seeing their relationship grow, and I like seeing child characters who have been through trauma and through all these crazy things, who are strong, and they actually are kind of what the adult character can lean on, which I think is really something special. Again, I don't know why this is broken up into 3 parts, which is really frustrating because I almost thought it was a series and didn't watch it for this. But I also just wanted more. Like, I wanted this to be longer and to explore their dynamic a lot more. And I think that this, because it takes place in like England or like a British medieval type thing, and I would like to see Cartoon Saloon, which is the studio that made like the Book of Kel or Secret of Kells, Song of the Sea, and all that. I want to see them redo this story because it's very clearly a United Kingdom area myth, which I would really love to see. But fantastic, really enjoyed this one. It was something really special.
Yeah, I just looked it up. I wonder why they put it into 3 parts. It makes no sense.
Doesn't make any sense. What also doesn't make any sense is why this movie exists.
Great segue.
Yeah. Going from Girl from the Other Side to this was terrible. This is slop before AI. Like, AI didn't exist in any capacity or major capacity when this came out, but this is still slop. AI-generated content is better than this movie. I'm going to go ahead and just say that right now. I would rather watch AI-generated content than watch this movie. It's cinematic, visual, and audio torture from beginning to end. You know to expect nothing when your voice cast is led by TJ Miller and James Corden. Who the fuck decided to choose them? It wastes talented people like Maya Rudolph and Patrick Stewart on nothing, and it wastes the time and attention of otherwise talented artists that could have been working on anything else. It's not funny, it doesn't look good, the designs are awful, whoever invented emojis is probably rolling in their grave right now, and if they're not dead yet, they're probably wishing they were. It's that bad. There's no positive message. There's nothing to glean from this movie except the fact that we are doomed as a species, and this is before brain rot took over. I hate this. This should not exist. And you should not watch it either. This movie is abysmal. It is trash. And the fact that this exists is, like, literally causes me pain on a nightly basis.
Garrett has to go check his blood pressure right now because it has risen.
It has spiked. I should wear a blood pressure meter whenever I talk about this.
Or the pulse meter that some people have. It would be so
like
funny.
When people play like horror video games or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, that would be hilarious. But next up, a great movie to end a so-so franchise, I feel like. The Conjuring Last Rites. I saw it. This is on HBO Max right now. And it is as I said in my review, I was expecting less, and what we got was a lot more, and a lot more with family, and how they bring their daughter into the investigation now because of something that happened in the past, which is really cool. So it's a whole family ghost hunting investigation, pretty much, and it was really good. I loved the whole family aspect of it. There was no cringiness or anything like that in here. There were a bunch of scares that were really good and were deserved in here. They're not just scares to be scares, which is really nice. But I also like the ending of this movie where it showed during the credits the real Warrens and what they did with videos and photos and stuff like that, which I really enjoy. I like seeing real life things happen when they're based on when movies are based on that. I feel like this is a great way to end the Conjuring franchise. So I give it an 83 out of 100.
Damn, some pretty high praise. Alrighty, but that is it for the movies we watched outside of the wheel spins. So let's go ahead and get to some comments here. Let's see here. Why was it that scary? Could this film be erased from history? I was talking about Mars Meets Moms. Just the way the characters look and act, and the way it's clearly supposed to be 3D is haunting. It's terrible. Much like how Polar Express is Tom Hanks' passion project, this is Seth Green's passion project. Well, he should have left it in his passions and not made it. I remember people were calling Avatar Ferngully real life. Is there any truth? Still have not seen Avatar. It's very similar. I mean, Ferngully is already a remake of Pocahontas, or very similar to Pocahontas. Any movie where like the colonizer is brought into the the natives' world or whatever, it's all the same. Genndy Tartakovsky's Popeye animated movie was passed for the Emoji Movie. Yeah. And we're also, literally, Sony is doing the same exact thing. They should have released K-pop Demon Hunters in theaters. It would have made $1 billion or more.
Mm-hmm.
But they put that on Netflix. And they're putting GOAT into theaters. The one with the basketball playing GOAT.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Sony just continues to both gain and lose points with me.
It's a hit or miss.
Yeah, exactly. But let's go ahead and get into the real watchers. Oh
let's get into the wheel spin.
Yeah, let's do your short.
You triggered him. So mine was Who Done It? It's a Three Stooges short. And it's getting repetitive, unfortunately, with the Three Stooges. They do the same little gimmicks every single time. But it's still fun at the same time as well. They have a camera in this one because they are private detectives, and the camera movement on what they do is very, very interesting. And I probably know how they did it, but it's like one of the old cameras that looks like an accordion, and then the camera lens comes down and takes a look at the table. That was really cool to see. But the story was just okay. It wasn't anything funny. I wasn't rolling on the floor laughing. There was just some funny chuckle moments. So I give it a 70 out of 100.
All right. My short was a Disney animated one from the Silly Symphonies called Three Little Wolves, which was well animated, just like all Silly Symphonies are. But this one was very forgettable. Like last week I had a Three Little Pigs one, and this week I had as well. It's a redo of Three Little Pigs, but didn't really do anything new or novel with the concept, except just having more wolves. Okay. It's a shame too, since I feel like it could have been better than it was, and it could have featured more recognizable music, but it didn't really. It was just like I don't know what all these animated studios were doing with Three Little Pigs so much back in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. I don't get it. Like, why? What was the fascination? Like, I don't know. It's fine. I don't know. I'm not going to remember it tomorrow or the next day or whatever, but,
It was good. Yeah, I'll go up. Yes, Baghead. Very interesting concept. I really enjoyed the person Baghead. We never get to know their name because she is they don't want to call her a devil worshiper, demon, or witch. That's the one, witch, in this movie. Because they don't know what she is, and I really like that. It's a mystery of what she is and how she can do what she can do. So the premise of this story is this girl Iris, who is absolutely horrible in this movie, gets her dad dies of sickness, and she gets a place, with the Baghead that lives in the basement. And she doesn't know about the Baghead or what the Baghead can do, blah blah blah, stuff like that. And it just turns into kind of a horror movie at that point. But the concept of the Baghead, if you bring an item to the woman, she can turn into that person for 2 minutes, even if they're dead, and you can talk to the dead in that aspect. So it was really different from ghost movies or anything like that. Ghost movies, it's just a different concept, which I really enjoyed. And the Baghead lady herself looks really creepy throughout the entire thing. So I really enjoyed that. I wish it would have been about the Baghead instead of Iris, the main character, because she loses a lot of points in this. If it was somebody else, I feel like it would be even higher of a score, but no, I only gave it a 78 out of 100. But it's a really good one to check out, especially for a Shudder original.
All right. And I also had a horror movie this week. I had Pilgrim, which was
I chose it.
Thanksgiving themed horror movie from Kevin's picks. This was a really unique idea, actually, and I think that it could have worked in better hands. But like a turkey that I try to cook, it comes out underdone. It's a fascinating little film because the concept is great. Like this rich family who's like, we've lost the meaning of Thanksgiving. We're going to hire these impersonators to come out and like do an accurate retelling of Thanksgiving or whatever, which is fun. And like the rich getting their comeuppance and all that kind of thing is a cool concept for this. I like that. But unlike Thanksgiving, which was Eli Roth's slasher movie, this one feels a tad deeper in what it's trying to say. A tad.
Oh.
Unfortunately, this film has no likable characters whatsoever. No one to root for. The film is just also not scary, so it's a little boring, which is kind of frustrating. There's some good gore and practical effects, but like those do not make a movie good. It's just a part of a movie. Luckily it's an 80-minute movie, so the pacing's good. Like it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's perfect length for what it's trying to do. I was invested. I didn't lose focus, even though it was boring in some areas more than scary. But it's okay. I mean, it was better than I was expecting, which is always a plus. Good. Is it a new Turkey Day movie for me? No, I'm still going to watch the Charlie Brown one, but it was surprising for sure. So,
as soon as I saw your score, I go, I'll take it.
Alrighty, but let's go ahead, and that's going to be it for the wheel spin stuff. Let's go ahead and get the comments. Maybe the basketball goat is going to be a tax write-off. I don't know, man. They got more in bonuses Sony got more in bonuses from Netflix for how well it did than they will probably earn with the movie. I'm just throwing that out there. Alrighty.
The thing, I don't think I've ever seen a Netflix movie go to Netflix and then have to be re-released in theaters to do a sing-along version of it.
Twice.
Yes, twice.
Yeah.
So,
because this Netflix's most watched movie ever. It's still in the top 10 after it came out back in June or July.
Yeah.
Like it's still there. People are still watching it.
And they have two versions of it too. They have two versions, sing-along and the regular version.
Yeah. It's fucking. I mean, I actually want to go back and rewatch it because I feel like I didn't give it as much credit as I think I could have. I think I give it like a 75 or something because like the music is fantastic, but the story wasn't what I was like really hoping for. But maybe I need to rewatch it. Alrighty, that is going to be it. Let's go ahead and get some movie recommendations for the wheel, which is Kevin.
It's where the wheel spins and we are forced to watch it or we die.
Well, no one's forcing us to watch it.
No. The wheel is always watching.
But just like a gun comes out of the corner of my camera, it's just like we will watch it. No, let's go ahead and get some suggestions in here. We'll give it 2 minutes, so we'll go to 51 minutes. But we had horror this week. Anything. I don't know. I'm not really.
I'm not. You know. I don't care what I get, to be perfectly honest. Nadia did want to put some stuff on the wheel.
Okay.
Jeepers Creepers for you. I know that one.
I think it is.
If it's not on there.
It is not.
Okay, Jeepers.
I have some issues watching it though.
Yeah, we know.
Just because the guy's a pedophile.
Yes.
But I mean, you got to distance art from artist.
And then I forgot the other one. She sent another one.
Well, we got a bunch of shorts from Joey in the meantime, so while you're looking that up, I'll get those shorts added. Let's go ahead and see here. We got Porky's Movie Mystery.
Ooh, I want that one.
I mean, me too. The Wind-Blown Hair, Pip Eye, Pup Eye, Poop Eye, and Peep Eye.
I don't like that one. Take it off.
Just Poop Eye is weird enough. Studio Stoops. I almost read that wrong. Susie the Little Blue Coop. I almost read that as corpse. And Chariots of Fur. And two more, too specific for good measure. We have Porky Pig's Feet. feet for Garrett specifically, and the shooting of Dan McGoo for Kevin.
I think you've already seen the shooting of Dan McGoo.
Yeah, that's why he. Yeah.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Did you find out other movie that Nadia had?
No, I have not. But we'll spend. She's at work, so she might not see it right away.
No worries. But let's go ahead. We're gonna spin this up. Kevin, let's get you your short.
Yep.
Please be Garrett's pick. Please. Yes! Finally! Oh, man. Well, you already watched the one that I wanted you to watch. So I am instead going to have you watch the short film Incident, which is available for free to watch. I will find the link for you and I will give it to you.
Okay.
It is fascinating. So, all right. Shuffle it up. And we'll get my short. I'm so excited. Finally got to pick a short for you. And I will be getting The Wacky Rabbit. Let me make sure I have not seen it real quick. The Wacky Rabbit. I've seen it before, but I have not reviewed it, so I will... Yeah, that's totally fine. It's one of my favorite ones, actually, that I remember off the top of my head. Alrighty. And then we'll go ahead and remove that. We'll save the wheel. And we'll open up the wheel of movies. Alrighty, Kevin, you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Let's go ahead and spin that bad boy. Spin it, spin it, spin it, spin it, spin it. And it's going to be a Kevin's pick, but you can't do that for yourself.
I mean, we already do that.
Yeah, we do that outside the wheel, so that wouldn't be fair. Hopefully I get to pick both for you. That'd be fun.
That would be funny, actually.
But no, it is not. It is, in fact, going to be The Man Who Saved the World. Let's actually make sure that is on Letterboxd real quick. The Man Who Saved the World. Absolutely.
Which one? Oh, there's only one.
Yes! It's the Turkish Star Wars movie.
The documentary one?
No, it's an actual, they tried to redo Star Wars in Turkey, and it borrows background footage from Star Wars. Oh, man. Alrighty, Kevin's getting the one that I've been wanting to watch for a long time. You're going to have to rent it looks like. Actually, you might want to check.
The Man Who Saved the World?
Yes, from 1982.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty. I want to research that. While you're researching that, I'm going to go ahead and spin for me. Because if there's nowhere you can watch it, then it's going to become so... It might be on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Full cut.
And Kevin gets to pick my movie again.
Oh, jeez. You gotta be kidding me. I wasn't ready.
You gotta have these in mind, Kevin. If you don't have anything, I can respin.
Yeah, respin. Because it's gonna take too long.
Alright. I've seen too many movies, so. Alrighty. Here's Kevin's pick again.
You know what? For your animation, you're watching Pokemon 2000. You're welcome.
Is that on anything?
No, it's no, not Pokemon 2000. Hold on, I gotta.
Pokemon the movie 2000.
No.
The one with Lugia, right?
No, I don't want that one. Oh, maybe I do want that one. Yeah, that one. Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll be watching Pokemon the movie 2000 for mine.
Hell yeah, baby.
Which is funny because it came out in 1999. But are you sure it's not the documentary for The Man Who Saved the World? No, because we talked about Turkish Star Wars on the podcast or the stream at one point, and that's exactly what we were talking about.
Because I found that one first, Joey, before I found the Turkish Star Wars. It literally says Turkish Star Wars when you look it up on YouTube.
Were you able to find it on YouTube?
Yeah, it's the full movie.
Okay, good. Alrighty, so this week, let me go ahead and close this out here real quick. So Kevin will be watching the short film Incident, which was my pick for him. And then we'll be watching the 1982 Turkish Star Wars, which is called The Man Who Saved the World. I will be watching the short The Wacky Rabbit, followed by Pokemon the Movie 2000.
You bet your ass. If you don't give it 100, I'm gonna be very disappointed. That's my nostalgia. No, I'm just kidding. I know
actually,
it's not that good.
I remember watching it when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
and they had the Pokemon trading cards to go get in the theaters and stuff.
Yep.
I'm
gonna add it to my what's it called? I'm adding it to my list for Turkey Toon Fest. Alrighty. But that's going to be it for this week, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're fortunate enough to have Thanksgiving off and not have to work, celebrate with family and friends. Hope you have a fantastic Thanksgiving. Happy Turkey Day.
And if you're driving anywhere, drive safe, please.
Please do. There's a lot of traffic. If you're outside the United States and you're not celebrating Thanksgiving, hope you have a fantastic Thursday. But thank you so much for joining us. We do have our new movie club episode where we are covering the controversial psychological drama thriller, kind of a horror movie, Mother, which is coming out on Friday. So make sure you are subscribed so you know when that goes live. I'm super excited to talk about that movie. It's going to be really interesting to see Kevin understand what it actually means. But that, of course, is going to be coming on Friday. Thank you so much for watching us, everyone. Of course, this goes live every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. and Pacific Standard Time. And until next week, thank you so much for joining us. And until next time, keep those eyes on the screen, everyone. Have a great night.